In case you are just joining us, we have been talking with Barrister Hilarry. Barrister Hilarry is an immigration lawyer based in Italy. So I believe with what we have heard so far, you are convinced that he can handle your cases. Please, if you want to get to him, you can get to him via the contact we left on our description section. If you have any challenges in reaching him, contact us in any of our social media handle, AU David, or leave your comment on the comment section. Then we will get back to you. Please, let's continue with the interview. Thank you, sir. Now, we are talking about documents. Now we have a different type of document, like the Carta, the 00, the one we call 00, as the layman will say 00, yes. The Carta. Then the 5 years document, the 2 years, and the 1 year. So we heard, we don't know how true is it, but we heard that all these the documents have different benefits attached to it. If there's different benefit, if it is true, what are the benefits attached to each of these documents?
You know, we have different bonus.
No, we're talking about documents.
Yes, but the document you mentioned is that for what generally the foreigners, the immigrants call 00, is the long stay permit. It means that it has no expiring date, okay? But for the government to grant you such document means that the government is very sure that you've proved through your papers and your documents that you, with your work, with your job, you contribute financially to pay taxes to this country. Okay? So then says that you can stay here forever, okay, with that document. So if you're talking about benefit for that kind of document, you're talking of benefit for all kind of citizens, Italians and immigrants, okay? Then according to the one you say 5 years document, 5 years document can be for international protection, an Italian citizen, okay? So if you married an Italian citizen, you have rights like all Italian citizens, okay? And if it's for international protection, you have some benefits if you are part of a project, the government project. You are in a camp or you are into other kind of projects approved by the government, okay? So, and there are other documents like for 2 years. Normally the one for 2 years is for them that are workers and they are renewing each 2 years the documents, okay? But first of all the foreigners, the migrants, they should know that what the Italian government and all the European government are interested in is to know your financial capacity to contribute to the government that is hosting you.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, we heard that salvini law has been cancelled. Salvini law has been cancelled. So what are these salvini law that was cancelled, and what does it mean to the immigrants?
Yes, the Salvini law wanted to put some restriction for the migrants, because before his law we were having a kind of international protection, although it was not the authorization and the granting of the full status of asylum, but it was just a document that the government authorized you to have when the government comes to know during the procedure and the phases that you can be a person that doesn't have the right to the international protection, but you have a vulnerable situation, personal situation, that the government aims to guide and the Italian constitution aims to guide. So what happened that they used to release what they were calling permesso per motivi umanitari. humanitarian resident permit. So Salvini with a law cancelled it, okay, and caused many people running away and pushed out of their camps. But now this law has been, with this new government, has been reintegrated. So people can now go for the same document of before.
Okay, sir. Okay. There's somebody who actually sent out a message that we want to confirm how possible it is. The person, he has a life working contract since 2017 with 6 months permission sojourner, and had gone to commission twice, and he got negative the same 2 times, and now he has been kicked out of the camp. With the record of this person, he has no criminal record, whatsoever. Now he has not gotten the document and is confused. What will he do to get the documents?
The law says that when it's so, you go back to your country. You go back to your country because it means that you entered the country illegally, you asked for international protection, and the government assured you the procedure for the international protection, which you have negative from the commission, and you appeal in the court and authorize you to stay meanwhile the judicial case is going on, and the judge rejected it twice. So it means that you entered the country illegally and you were granted no status. Okay? So it means that you have to go back to your country, unless meanwhile staying in this country you didn't get married, you didn't have children, so it means that your personal situation changed during your international protection procedure. Okay, so if so, then you can get a lawyer and fight to have a different kind of document that is not international protection. Otherwise, according to the law, you must go back to your country.
But sir, to the amount of so many immigrants, they believe, in fact, about 80% of immigrants believe that when you have working contract and you put in for document, it's sure the working contract can give you document. If it is true, how come this person's case is different?
In fact, this is not true. This is not true because according to the Italian law, you have to enter the country regularly and you have to stay regularly. It means that you have to come with a visa and you have to stay with a resident permit regularly granted by the government. So if you don't have the visa because you entered through sea, let's assume, for example, you entered through sea, what happened is that if you ask for the international protection and they grant it to you, then you have the resident permit. But if you ask for the international protection or any kind of protection and they didn't grant it to you, it means that you entered illegally. Even if you are working, the government doesn't care because all democracies and all governments, all states of the European Union, they have the right to decide the way you enter and the way you stay on the country.
Okay. So we have something that is happening now. Some people are calling it bonus, some say it's borrow, which is the rebossi fiscale. I don't know whether I pronounce it well. So we want to know if this rebossi fiscale, if it truly is bonus or borrow, a loan from the government.
No, it's not a loan. A rimborso fiscale, it's not else than when you pay taxes more than what you were supposed to pay, the government gives you part of what you paid more than you were supposed to do.
Okay, that's very good, sir. So, we have some bonus that are being given out by the government. Some people are scared. They are afraid of going out there to collect some of the bonus, because some people said that whenever you collect bonus from government, it reduces your document. That is the third point. So when you want to do something, you discover that you cannot do it because you will be taking money from the government. We want to know, is it true? If it is true, which of the bonus reduce points?
Well, I'm going to make an example. It depends on the bonus. If we're talking of bonus, what we call in Italian bonus bebè, means that the government says that for the year 2020, all children born in this year, whether you are Italian citizen or you're not Italian citizen, you have right to collect, let's assume, an amount of 800 euro, okay? And you have to ask for it from the birth of the baby before he turns up to 6 months, okay? And you can ask for it, but this is a right of all citizens, all regular citizens, I mean those having resident permit. So these have no power to make any change of your personal resident permit, okay? But let's assume that you are a worker, you lose your job, and you ask for what we call reddito di cittadinanza. It means the money that the government gives to you because you lost the job and you're waiting to get another job, okay? There, if you want to collect that money and meanwhile you are aiming to get the long stay resident permit, it doesn't really make sense, because how are you going to prove to the government that you are financially contributing to pay taxes when you are not working and you are just collecting money from the government because you're jobless? It makes no sense. So you have to be careful and make value the difference and the difficulties that might come out from each procedure and each bonus you want to claim.
Thank you very much, sir, for granting us audience and for solving this undying problem situation that our people are facing. I must say that with this answers that you have provided for most of our questions, at least our people will be released knowing what to do, knowing their right, and knowing what is happening around it. Especially this last one we just mentioned concerning the bonus. Of course, we really know what have to know the kind of bonus we receive, because our permit to stay, the long-term permit to stay, which we normally call 00, may be affected. Thank you very much for.
God bless you all.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for watching. I believe I've gotten some answer to your questions. In case you have anything that you want us to have attended to that we did not attend to, please feel free to ask us in the comment section or send us a message in any of our social media handle, AU David. We will respond to you as soon as possible. Please do not forget to subscribe. Also click on the notification bell so that you'll be one of the first person to get the video whenever we upload video. Subscription is free. It will only enable you to get the video on time as soon as we just upload it, and also increase our rating on YouTube. Please try and subscribe. God bless you. Please stay out of trouble, and stay safe. Till we meet again, let's go to the next video, and God bless you.